Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Not sure if you guys can hear me. There we go. All right. Let's see. Brush. Live stream information? Yeah, okay. Well, how do I move this stuff around? Alright, let's move this here. Or should I move this? Should I move that there? Alright, let's see. Alright. Welcome everybody. This is my dog Xena. Xena, say hello. She doesn't like that very much. Okay, so this is my first time using this DU recorder, and let me just change the volume there. And now they're offering live stream, so I'm going to test it out. So I've been holding off on making this video because I have been away from my computer. Yeah, it's a long story, but I've been away mainly because I fell very ill, and I ended up getting an ulcer, and I've been on bed rest. So yeah, that's why I've been mostly uploading mobile games. Okay, so I've been trying to get a FAQ on for Buried Town 2, MASAKO story. They have updated the game, so as you can see, they have this awesome new look. And let me just show you what, if you, basically this tutorial will show you how to get your game to this, which right now I am at 213 days. So you always want to do some of these while you're away from your game. Okay, you always want to make sure you have food for your dog because he helps protect your assets. So definitely do that. If you're just hopping in and out, you don't have to feed your dog until it becomes about, 23:59. So right in about a time it turns into a new day. But let me show you some of the stuff I got here. As you can see, I have the flamethrower. I have 2 flamethrowers. I got 3 of the elite sniper rifles, and I did not cheat, guys. Alright, so I'm going to show you how exactly to do that. I have beat the game on this account, on this right here, this one, about 3 times. I've beat Tower Babel about 3 times. I have a bunch of these frenzy machine guns. These are really good for player versus player, but also, yeah, basically sniper rifle, flamethrower, and frenzy are very good for player versus player. So you can get a lot of these from playing through the game and looting a lot, okay, and knowing how to best strategize, basically changing your equipment so that you don't waste high level equipment, nice equipment, your katana, stuff like that. Okay, I got 4 katanas. So I did not spend any money except to unlock the player MASAKO, and that's about it. So basically it just takes a lot of time and dedication. Alright, and let's see, some of my supplies though I have left. Did I keep them in a separate location? Let me see. Nope, I think I just got to this map. So you guys are in luck. All my stuff is here. But I will show you how to best hoard your stuff so that you do not get looted. Okay? But here, let me just give you a better visual of all my stuff. Got 187 bullets, 206 rifle bullets, handgun bullets 187, rifle 206. You gotta alternate between bullets and let's see, and grenades when you hit the zombie hordes or the harder enemies. Okay, you gotta know which guns to use, you gotta know what gears to use. what's the best combination, and you always got to have it on you. So, see, food here, I got, and if you got a good rotation going, you never have to make any orange juices or anything like that. Okay, if you get a good PvP going, see, I got mad canned food, mad, I've been hoarding these toasted potatoes because I've been trying to trade them early in game, but it switches. Sometimes it's toasted potatoes, sometimes it's sometimes it's canned food, sometimes it's wine, sometimes it's throwing weapons. I hate it when it's throwing weapons because that's probably the hardest one to get. You only get a few of those early game whenever you restart it. Okay, just a quick note, you always want to save the beefsteak because that is what you need to get the stamina, your stamina up. Let's see, you definitely want to hang on to these, okay, because these are great for when you are hitting Tower Babel on the third map. So you do want to loot those, and yeah, this is my ammo supply and all my gear. Okay, I got 2 of these for PvPing. I got 5 of these fiber suits. You gotta have a good rotation, okay? So a good combination is the headset gun sight, because that mixed with the paired up with the fiber suit, you're almost, you got the highest dodge. Okay, so when you're facing hordes or stronger enemies, you definitely want to wear that. And let's see. Okay, so that's my arsenal. Okay, as you can see, I saved the best stuff for last. So that's why I have 49 explosive grenades and 71 first aid cases. And check this out, 25 medics. And if you beat Tower Babel, you will end up getting, let's see, I'll show you right here. Achievement, you will get right here, past Tower Babel. You'll end up getting that, I don't know what it's called, but it basically gives you a free revive so that you don't have to pay when you die to revive. You just use that. So every time you beat Tower Babel, you get one of those, and then you will get one for the achievement, which you can use across your games. So there you go. I beat the game about 3 times, and it basically took me, depending on how much time you have to invest on jumping back on, because you're not playing the whole time. You're jumping in and out. So let's get started on that, okay? I'll start a new file here. And quick note, before you start a new file, okay, you want to make sure you jump in to rather survival mode or one of your other files, and I'll claim it in my new file. And you want to hop on here and you want to click rematch, because when you start a new file, you automatically can do rematch. We'll get into that as soon as we start a new file. But you always want to, before you start a new file, make sure that you rematched someone, okay? So let's, the buttons are a little hard to click here. So let's go into survival mode. Let's check that. Oops. All these buttons, they're getting in my way. Okay, so I guess we'll just do a quick rematch here. Just get it out of the way. Okay, so I haven't had time to clear these out, but, you can do that. So since I'm here, let me just collect. Oh, whoops. Picked the wrong one, but it's fine. Okay. So, okay, let's get it started, okay, guys? So, start a new file. Okay. MASAKO. And all these tips are going to be the same for MASAKO and Clive. So, is it Clive or Clyde? Whatever. You know what I mean. Details. I can't move the donate button. Oh, there we go. Claude. His name is Claude. So, it's going to be the same for Claude. Okay. So, okay, let's pick MASAKO. Now, first things first. You press here. Okay, on the list. It will tell you how many points you need for what. It tells you the information if you pick there. But you always, 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 when doing long game survival, okay? And if you have not unlocked the doghouse, okay, if you have not unlocked the doghouse, you always want to just play through as many games as you can quickly, okay? Just play through them quickly. It doesn't even matter. Just go, go, go. And just accumulate as many points as possible until you unlock doghouse, because there is no survival. There is no way you're going to hit a long game, a long running game without doghouse, without is it called doghouse? Social expert. Yeah, social expert. So attribute, unlock the doghouse that improves your defense and extra goodness points, because you need that. It's crucial for not getting robbed, because even if you store your items in a different location until you move maps, you will get robbed of the important stuff, because you cannot move construction stuff, you cannot move the virus samples, you know, the stuff that uses to increase stamina and melee attack and range and stuff like that. So you always, always want doghouse. Okay, now, depending on if you want a easier head start, I always pick survival supply bag. Okay, but you can get sundries, you can get ammo supply, you know, but just to make it better in the beginning, because a lot of these don't carry over. So when you restart the map after you beat the third map, you only carry over social expert, which is the doghouse. You only get your dog. You don't get your supplies. You don't get more supplies. You stay with the same supplies that you had previous to that. You know, so whatever you ended with is whatever you start with. So it just carries over. You don't get more stuff. So this is just for the first game, okay? So construction, whoops, I'm not doing second map, sorry. Okay. And yeah, you can only pick one out of the three. So I picked construction out of those. And then you can rather do backpack. Again, it doesn't carry over, okay? So when you restart, you don't get the backpack anymore. You start off with the basic 50 again. But if you pick backpack this time, you'll get a head start with that. And you'll get 60 for the weight instead of 50. So, you can rather get dodge. You can get backpack. Sharpshooter, which is it gives you a weapon, a revolver, and a cotton suit. That is not worth it. Do not do that, guys, because you can get that very early on in the game. Backpack is helpful. And then katana or rare rifle. I think it is easier to get to katana, so I usually go with the rifle, because the rifle is very helpful for PvP, and PvP is actually where you're going to be getting a lot of your stocking up to make the game easier. Okay, so this part is very important, okay, and that's as a backup, because you don't need to have bullets in order to use it during PvP, just a gun. Okay, so we got doghouse construction to make it easier. We got a head start on building stuff, and then I'll show you what things to build first and what to do, and this is very important for the first few seconds of the game, okay? So pay very close attention. Alright, 1 second, I just gotta clean my glasses. I kind of smudged them for a second there. Okay, hold on. Is it still recording? Yeah, I think so. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, so let's get into it, okay? So let's start. Okay, now personality test. This doesn't really do anything, I think. They always give you the same result. But I do think that sometimes it has to do with what they give you in the game, because sometimes game to game can be very different depending on what they choose to give you a lot of, and I think this might be it. So my advice for the personality test is to go how you think your playing style is. For example, you see a small group of survivors moving slowly down the street. If you want to get a lot of weapons and stuff, you want to be harsh. So you want to say, hope they'll distract the zombie, they look tasty. You know, something like that. If you want to be more well-rounded, just be like, take charge. So I want like survival instead of just killing. So I'm going to say, take charge, people need a leader. Before entering a room, you do what? Bust door down with a kick, knock on the door, or slowly open the door and peek in. Obviously, you want to say slowly open the door and peek in, but does this have to do with weapons and stuff? We are not sure. So I'm going to go on the safe side and say C, slowly open the door and peek in. You find a handgun in a storage closet. What do you do first? Handgun, storage closet. Blow as many zombie brains out as possible. Shoot yourself. Check the safety and clip. Check the safety and clip. Clearly, like, you're a tactical genius. They say this every time, okay? So let's start. And like I said, it is very crucial the first few minutes. And just for those of you who have not seen this, nobody knows what happened. The city is falling down. Zombies are coming. No curable medicine. You can only rely on yourself. Search food and materials. Watch out for other survivors. Make your own decisions. Go through the darkness. For seeing tomorrow's sun, you must survive. Skip. Chapter 1, Seek. Okay, so first things first, claim. Okay? Basically, do not dilly-daddle. Do not wait. Because the first few minutes, hours, seconds when you first start are important as frack. Okay? So you want to make sure that you do not dilly-daddle when clicking. You want to be very diligent with this, okay? Claim. Building takes time, so you want to not build anything at first, okay? Like, except for, and I'll show you what to build. I think you have to do, I don't know. I just want this to hurry up. Can we move on, please? Come on. Give me my X. Okay. Alright, so let's see what that gave us. See? Right there. It gave us a katana, aspen, strength region, and chocolate. So right away, we are going to go in and use the strength region, okay? So we're going to do that because I think that helps with, okay, not prepared. Okay, back out. Now we will go and let's see what weapons we have. When we're in this screen, the time does pause. Okay, so this you don't have to rush. Okay, so let's see. We got katana, which we don't need yet. We got a gun. See, sometimes it gives you a handgun, sometimes it doesn't. I think that does have to do with the questions. We have this, you know, which we're going to save for later PvP. We have goggles and we have a suit. Okay, sometimes it gives you throwing stars. Sometimes it gives you teddy bears. We did not get that. Okay, so what we're going to do, first thing you do is come over here. Oh no, move that. First thing you do is come over here. And it will always let you rematch on a first. It'll always reset it on the first one. So it's every 3 hours. So that's why you rematch if you have the chance to before you do this, because it'll reset the time every time. This is very important, okay? Because there are recently, you know, players have been catching on. I think that's because I've been telling them. Haha, yeah. I'm giving myself credit for that. So click over here on their face and you can see what they have equipped and what their health is at. 220. You see it's 220 and they have nothing equipped. So the first thing you want to do, you see all the stuff they got? They tell you if you click on the stuff. So look at all this free stuff that you get. Look at all that free stuff that you don't have to go out and explore for. That is crucial to survival. So when you are playing on survival mode, this is what helps you get through that. Okay, this is how you make it. But don't get discouraged and don't get threatened by the people who have made it. Like, look at the ranking. These are hackers, okay? They hacked the game. the points over here, you see the 9999999. Those are hackers. Hackers. Okay, so they do not even count. So do not even believe them for a second. All right, no one does that. Okay. Number one on all these, they're all hacks, major hacks. So don't even give them credit. Okay. So, okay, here it tells you your strength, reaction, skill, stamina. You click on it, it tells you what it's for, okay, and what your things are. And this is simple. So now we need a weapon, right? So the first thing you're going to do, and this is where the construction material comes in, you're going to come over here, workstation, you're going to create that, and then you're going to create the baseball bat, okay, go, equipped it. Okay, and remember, be quick about this, and I'll explain why. So now look, it's only 8:52, okay? Now you want to start getting as much stuff as you can, because now it stops the timer, and here's the trick. Now you just started this game, okay? Now you want this game to be your main game, and if your other game was your main game, and you want to start a main game, this is your other main game. You always want one game on the side where you are gathering as much stuff as possible, because the day 0 right now, day 0 and day 1 are very important depending on what items you have. Because if you have the handgun and let's say you have the teddy bear, then you are set. Okay, the teddy bear bomb, because that means that you can even make it through day 1. But almost halfway through day 0, people are already armed. So now you have to face people who are armed. So it's not easy pickings anymore. This is easy pickings. So the longer you can hold out on day 0, the better. Okay, this is when you start the game, and then you can rather leave this game after you battle these guys and play another game, or go do something else, play a different game. The trick is with this 1 out of 3 account is to come back and always do as many verses as you can. And that's going to be your early in-game loot. That's going to help you with construction. That's going to help you with survival. It's going to help you with having a lot more, above the rest. Okay, that way you're always running out of stuff. Now you're not going to always run out of stuff, because this is the huge trick, is beating all these guys as many times as possible, and refresh every 3 hours. So if you can log in every hour, go on all your accounts and collect all your stuff, because you can claim your box once an hour. Okay, and that gives you rather bullets or orange juice, potato, wine, anesthetic, stuff like that. And then you got your every 24 hours, which can give you a katana, which is huge in this game. And it's great for PvP, it's great for killing hordes, it's great for killing high-level zombies and high-level not players, but NPCs, enemies. So basically, they give you 3 accounts for a reason, okay? You want to utilize each one. You want to get on every hour, collect, or as often as you can, whenever you have time. Go in, collect your potato or your whichever one you planted, okay? You want to basically gather those whenever you can, collect them whenever you can. But definitely every hour, go in and watch the video. And then every 3 hours, go and refresh your PvP on day 0. Okay? That is the hugest thing. And then when you run out of the baseball bat and you're still on day 0, basically you can push it until they start having more stuff equipped. Once they start having baseball bat and a handgun, equip your handgun and baseball bat. But once you run out, then yes, it is time to venture out. But that doesn't mean your PvP game is out yet. Okay? Basically, you just want to go and get whatever you need and come back and let the game sit and just keep collecting resources. And then when it is time to start playing, you will have everything you need to build everything you need. You won't have to run out, come back in, lose resources from pillaging. Won't happen. You want to build up your fence. You want to build up your bed. Okay? Here's the thing. You're on day 0. So you want to fight as many as possible. Now, let me show you what happens so now your cooldown time, okay, is 174 minutes. It's 3 hours. Now, I will show you what happens. I have another day 0 here. I'm at reaching the end point of my day 0. Okay? You see that? So now it's about to be day 0 and I need a fence up. Because if I didn't have that fence up, guess what? Day 1. Bam! So right before day 1 hits, you have to build that fence. Because once day 1 hits, you will get looted. They will loot your stuff. So rather have the dog house and the dog fed, but which is kind of hard sometimes for day 1, or build your fence. Dog or fence, whichever one. But remember, do not leave your house without feeding your dog, because you don't know what time you're going to get back. Do not feed your dog, okay? But if you're about to leave the game, then don't feed the dog, obviously. But always leave the game back at your house. Come back to your shelter and then leave the game. Because if you leave the game when you're not at your house, then, you know, when you come back, you might miss it. Like, your dog will be hungry, and then you don't know the travel time it takes. Okay, so this is my second game. Look, I have 8 meats, okay? So I have enough for my dog. So here I'll show you how much stuff I collected, okay, from having this account sit just for, I think, a day or two. For a day or two, I just player versus player. Look, I got 13 bullets, 15 rifle bullets just from 2 days. Like, maybe I probably did it 6 times. I hit refresh 6 times. So I got 13 rifle bullets, 13 handgun bullets, 15 rifle bullets, 33 cooking waters, 90 metal. 90 metal, guys. 74 wood, 66 component. Screw, I used a couple of them, but screws are harder to come by. Let's see, 46 decoration. Thermal and screw is a little hard. Special comes later, so it's not that easy. But you'll get it when you need it. Because the fence, level 1 lasts you from day 1 until day 10. And then level 2 is from 11 to 20. And then level 3 is up until 30. And then 30 on, you need to have doghouse. If you do not have doghouse, you will get robbed, like every other day to every day. Sometimes you'll get lucky and they won't rob you. But doghouse, I have tested it. You will not get robbed as long as you have level 3, like past day 30, you will not get looted and robbed by, you know, when it turns into the next day. When the clock hits 0000, you will not get robbed on the next day if you have your dog fed and your fence to level 3. And your fence to level 3. Okay, guys? And that's past day 30. Remember that. So do the math, okay? From day 1 to 10, doghouse is pretty strong. So if you have, if you want to feed your dog only, I think that could last you until that could last you until day 20 or 30. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure, guys. But I have lasted until 213 days, and I have done that longer in the past. I just wasn't sure about the update. But right now, as a testament, like you've seen you've seen it, okay? In my 213 days, I have not gotten robbed. Look at this, 240 dog meat, okay? And I got 52 vegetable seeds, 35 vegetables. Okay, and you need vegetable seeds to make vegetables. You need vegetables to make dog meat. Okay? And yep. So you need 3 dog meat every time. So right here when it's gonna turn next day, I will feed my dog. Okay? So when you're playing, if you're gonna leave the house, feed the dog. If not, if you're in your house, then you don't have to feed your dog yet. Okay? And best to get the generator as up if you're gonna start playing. Alright. Alright, well, since it is early morning, I will hop back on, and if you guys have seen this, feel free to ask your questions. And yes, my next live, I will try to, maybe in an hour or two, or a couple hours, I'm going to let you guys look through this first. So that's how the best way to start the game up while playing your other games to accumulate more points, or, you know, basically get a rotation going. Okay, once you die, start a new game, collect on that game, and then so forth. So go through each of your games, collect your resources every hour to get your supply packs and all that good stuff. Alright, sometimes it glitches out and it won't let you. You can try doing that. You can try logging back on and seeing if it works. You know, exiting the game and do it again. You go to your workbench. Oh, did I show you what to build? Did I show you what to build? Okay, so day 1, okay? So you built your fence. If you're cutting it close, remember, build your fence first so you don't get robbed of all your hard-earned resources. Okay? Remember to collect every chance you get. Alright, sign on the game every hour to collect. Every 24 hours to collect your 24-hour supply pack, which is awesome because you get the katana. And remember, every 3 hours you want to refresh. Okay? Let's see here. See how now I only have the baseball bat because I did use my handgun. But I can easily beat these guys. But this is where you get to pick and choose. You can use your rifle. Oh, I have a handgun here. Oops. Okay, I have a handgun here. I guess I got another handgun? I'm not too sure now. But yeah, I won a cotton suit from somebody. So I don't have a throwing star, so it's going to be cutting it close. I mean, I can use the katana, but I don't want to waste it. You know, but now you can go back and you can fight whoever you can that you can beat. See, like if everyone is equal over here, then it's going to be a close match, you know, but you don't want to risk it. So there's still going to be some guys that you can beat, so you can easily do that. See, he doesn't have a suit on, so I'm going to challenge him. But basically do that and then leave the people here, because you can alternate between 3 games. Okay, so now I got 1 on 0, 1 on 1, and then 1 on my main game. So if I go out, I venture out, now that I have my fence, I can start beating. Oh, see, sometimes you get defeated because sometimes people are just, they can just be stronger. It happens. It happens. But it's alright. I think it's also because Masako has 20 less health. But, you know, she has a generator. Like, it's complicated sometimes. Sometimes, like, you're clearly going to win, but you don't. And it's like, I don't understand. And here you can make trades. Okay, for things that you don't need. For me, I don't need these, so I'm just going to trade like 3 of these. Ugh, potato. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. So you see how my mood is going down. This is very crucial because if your mood, see if you click on it, it'll tell you fullness 60. You don't want to let that drop below like 40. So what I'm going to do is, since I have some potatoes and stuff, I'm going to build my stove. Okay, and I'm going to make one of these. boiled an egg, and you need vigor, which is sleep. So, oh, I'm out of screws. They stole my screws. Now I don't have screws. Yikes. So, since there's that, you have these just in case, the sugars, and you will get more later, so it's not that big of a deal. But for now, my fullness is at 56. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop out. Actually, you know what? I'll end it off here. How long have I been recording? 36 minutes? Yeah, so I'll end it off here for now. Okay? If you have any questions, feel free to ask. But basically, it's easy to get screws. You basically venture out and you just own a couple of things. You just go venture out. You can, equip this stuff. Alright? And then you bring the food with you. If you can't make that yet, you can bring a canned food. And and maybe for vigor, just in case. But basically, your mood will not go down. This is your mood up here. Your mood won't go down until you start hitting below 40. Like 50, 40. You want to be careful. You want to keep it above 50. But 40 is the lowest. Because once you hit below 40, it's going to start shooting, like rocketing down. Okay? But yeah, there's a lot of things to fix that. As long as you start PvPing and you start collecting and you always stay on top of your PvP game, you will gain a lot of things like coffee, orange juice, things of that nature, wine. A lot of my items I got from not playing the game even. I just basically left it on that day because I knew those players had good stuff. If you hit a day where the players have some really good stuff, just keep refreshing on that day. Okay, don't play it. Don't play that save file. Play a different save file and refresh those days so that you can get those players. And you'll get lucky sometimes. Some players will be really, it'll be a really, like a lot of supplies, but they'll be really weak. As in they don't have anything equipped, or they only have something super easy beatable. Okay? So I'm going to leave it off there, but basically you really want to get your bed, your stove, generator you can check, you can click here to see, so I can easily build that. Okay, so now, yeah, screws are needed for a lot of things. So, yep. So your bed, stove, those are important. These are very, very important, okay? Your lands. This way you can start creating the vegetable seeds and the vegetables for your dog. That's so important. This is very, very important. You need your potatoes. That's another reason you need to log on. Okay? You need to sign on. Well, you need to get in the game so that you can make your potatoes, your dog, like your vegetable seeds, because you need dog food. You need dog meat for your dog. That is important because you cannot survive later without it. And that takes time. It takes about 20 minutes or so real time to make each batch of 2 dog meat, and you need a total of 3 to feed them each time. It does last a while though. Probably about like 30 minutes to an hour. But when it starts getting low, you want to feed them, okay? Because I have been robbed before when the food bar has gotten too low for the dog and he got a little hungry. So you want to keep it above, like, I want to say 25-30%. Let's see. So, yeah. Basically, check the game as often as possible, at least every 20 minutes, if you want to stay on top of your vegetables and you're collecting, okay? Your vegetables, your dog meat, your video, and your PvP, alright? Because that is so important. So important! Okay? Again, you want to leave that because day 0 is very important. Okay, day 0, you don't want to concentrate on building your land yet. Okay, you really just want to concentrate on the PvP at first. And then once you hit those players like this on your day 0, on your fresh start, when you start getting the players with more equips, Then you want to start building the resources, the vegetable fields, the hen house. Okay? So you want to preferably have 1 on 0 where you're just going to PvP, 1 on day 1 where you can do multiple like PvP depending on people's items and collecting resources. But if you want to play the game, then you will have your main file that you've been playing through. Okay? But if you don't have a main file like this, and you don't have Doghouse, remember, play through the game as many times as possible. If you don't have a main file like this, just play a random game and just get the hang of more stuff while you're doing that, or play a different game, whatever you want to do. But the best way to hoard without moving time progression is PvP without moving the time progression, like this. Okay, 0, 1, because you want to do it in stages. You want to do your PvP for easy stuff in the beginning, for construction stuff, because later you will move past the construction stuff and you will go into the other, like, you'll get specials and stuff like that. And then you want to farm your resources, and then you want to play the game. But you want to make sure that when you play the game, like you start playing and fighting and stuff, that you have enough resources for your fence, so you don't get looted, so you don't lose all your hard-earned stuff. You want to make sure that you have enough to upgrade certain things like your bed, your stove, stuff like that. You have enough resources to make cotton suits, to make guns, to make baseball bats. Okay, that way you don't get stuck. Alright, so that will be the first tutorial. I'll leave it there. Second, we'll venture out and I'll show you how to do things. Okay? So, yes. Second tutorial will be venturing outward. Alright, I will see you guys then. Yep, thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe to get notifications and join the fight. Okay, peace. Love you guys. Bye.